And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to IWA Friday Night Havoc. It is your boy, Marty Feldspar, and I am here at the IWA HQ, where we have an action-packed match card for you tonight. Lots of buffoonery, lots of drama, lots of wrestling. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a new match screen layout for you, custom made on behalf of Friday Night Havoc, where we start off with a mano-a-mano match between Hector Salamanca and Gustavo Fring, where the two men continue where they left off last week. Who will win at this week's rendition of Friday Night Havoc? Followed by a tag team match, a gentleman's tag team match for the IWA Tag Team Champions. Nacho Libre and Esquelito face off against the champions Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. And ladies and gentlemen, if you thought the egos in that match were huge, look at the egos in this match as we have Justin Kennedy facing off against John Michael Michaels, as John Michael Michaels looks to get one over his longtime rival Justin Kennedy. And then we have a four-man Falls Count Anywhere match for the IWA Internet Champion, where Happy Gilmore faces off against Captain Extremo, who faces off against Forex, and also lifetime IWA fan Shaggy Dude Smoke Phillips. And ladies and gentlemen, followed by that is another four-man Falls Count Anywhere match, this time between Omar, Malcolm King, Chris Chaney, and Ray Big Daddy Pump Shields in a no-rules match. And ladies and gentlemen, for the main event of the evening, we have Lalo Salamanca, the IWA World Heavyweight Champion, teeing off against Duke, the man who dismantled him last week. But Lalo Salamanca has done plenty of intel this week, and he plans to have a much better showing tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to report a live audience attendance of 2,375 people as we wait for the man Hector Salamanca. Wait, what is this? He has the IWA World Heavyweight Champion Lalo Salamanca at his side. This was supposed to be a one-on-one match, and here he is being escorted by his nephew Lalo Salamanca. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca certainly looks to have an advantage here, as he's got the IWA World Heavyweight Champion Lalo Salamanca at his side. Nothing Gustavo Fring could have done to prepare for this. This is totally unfair, as Hector Salamanca has brought the architect of chaos, Lalo Salamanca, here to cause chaos at the side of the ring, and perhaps cause some distractions, get some weapons over to Hector Salamanca, do whatever he does best, as Lalo Salamanca has been doing intel on his opponent tonight, Duke. But here we wait for Gustavo Fring to make his way to the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, here is the Chicken Man, Gustavo Fring, looking to come and beat some ass here, just like he did last week. Hector Salamanca was caught off guard by the fighting skills of Los Pollos Hermanos himself, El Pollero as he calls him. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca looking at the man he hates the most in this world, Gustavo Fring, as Gustavo Fring goes over the third rope. Ladies and gentlemen, totally impressive here by Gustavo Fring. And Hector Salamanca circling around the ring, perhaps to go and do some last-minute breakdown analysis with Lalo Salamanca. As you see Lalo Salamanca, the killer, the chaotic man, just looking at Gustavo Fring with every ounce of hate in his body. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca, Gustavo Fring, two men who hate each other, in the ring at IWA Friday Night Havoc, and Gustavo Fring going for a high knee, and Hector Salamanca wailing on him with a big right hand, and Gustavo Fring kicking Hector Salamanca. And Hector Salamanca missing the right, or rather getting blocked by Gustavo Fring, who lifts Hector up, but only to get reversed. And Hector Salamanca with a reverse DDT on Gustavo Fring. And now a double axel slam on Gustavo Fring. And Hector just kicking the shit out of Gustavo Fring. And now a swinging DDT by Hector Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, Hector came to fight certainly tonight. And he's got Gustavo Fring laying flat on the canvas. And Hector Salamanca going for a big leg drop from the top rope, but missing, as Gustavo Fring quick to evade the attack. And Gustavo Fring missing his very acrobatic maneuver. Very flamboyant acrobatic maneuver, may I add. And Gustavo Fring getting DDT to the ground. And now Hector Salamanca has him in an arm lock. And Gustavo Fring is just in agony here, and Lalo Salamanca is loving every second of it at ringside, just with that sadistic smile on his face, as Gustavo Fring gets a double drop kick, and Hector Salamanca getting a drop kick of his own on Gustavo Fring, excuse me. And now, Hector Salamanca looking to beat some more ass, as he just waits for Gustavo Fring to miss his attack once more. And now, Hector Salamanca getting hoisted up by Gustavo Fring. What's Gustavo Fring gonna do here? Tossing Hector Salamanca onto the top rope. And Hector Salamanca quick to get up to his feet though. And now grabbing Gustavo Fring. Snap suplex by Hector Salamanca. And now he's got Gustavo Fring on the ground, totally weakened. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca wailing on Gustavo Fring, but Gustavo Fring kicking him, and Hector Salamanca getting a kick of his own and going for that reverse DDT again, spinning around Gustavo Fring. And now Hector Salamanca making his way to the top rope, waiting for Gustavo Fring to get to his feet perhaps. Hector Salamanca double axel slam with the fists on Gustavo Fring as Gustavo Fring rolls out of the ring. Very smart by Gus. Get some last minute rest as he's getting his ass whooped by Hector Salamanca, who's just taunting the man from the inside of the ring. Hector Salamanca pacing around the ring. He's trying to hit the woman ref. What is this man doing? Someone's got to stop him right now. Why is he trying to hit the women ref? And ladies and gentlemen, Gustavo Fring grabbing Hector Salamanca, throwing him across the rope and ducking the fade. And now Gustavo Fring and Hector Salamanca clashing meat, and Hector kicking Gus in the balls. And now unloading on him with big right hands. And now Hector Salamanca with another attack to the balls. And ladies and gentlemen, Gustavo Fring has Hector Salamanca. Oh, and a big slice curl by Gustavo Fring. And Hector Salamanca unloading on Gus Fring with every right he's got in his body. A big right hand swinging on miss. And now Gus Fring, Hector Salamanca standing in the ring, wailing on each other. And Hector Salamanca has Gus Fring for a big body slam. Hector Salamanca making his way to the top rope for the third time in this match. And a big leg drop, this time successful, landing right on Gus Fring. And it's an absolute ass whooping this time, ladies and gentlemen. As Gus Fring is landing a high knee on Hector Salamanca's face. And this time, Hector Salamanca evading the acrobatic flamboyant attack by Gus Fring. And Hector Salamanca missing his cartel clothesline. Gus Fring headbutting Hector Salamanca. And a big elbow drop by Gus Fring, as he just looks at Hector Salamanca. And now Gus Fring is kicking Hector Salamanca, and he drives the knee to the back of Hector Salamanca's ribs. And Gus Fring has Hector Salamanca for a drumstick drop down. A drumstick drop down. And now Gus Fring gonna pick Hector up. Spice curl! Spice curl! And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca's gonna lose to Gus Fring for the second time in a row. Hector Salamanca just kicked out of the Spice Curl at the 2.95 count. And Gustavo Fring is absolutely pissed off as Hector Salamanca is just kicked out of a Spice Curl. And Hector Salamanca getting suplexed onto the knee of Gus Fring as the ref is gonna go count. And Hector Salamanca kicks out at the 2 count this time. Ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca lifting Gus Fring up and just arm-wrenching slam to the canvas. And now Hector Salamanca with a double axel handle slam onto Gus Fring, who's laying on the canvas. And Hector Salamanca gonna pick Gus Fring up. And now a Sinaloa suplex from Hector Salamanca on Gus Fring. And Hector Salamanca gonna go to the top rope for what has to be the 4th time in this match. And a big elbow drop from Hector Salamanca, as Gus Fring is just grabbing at his throat. Hector Salamanca has just put his elbow through Gus Fring's throat, as Hector attacking the arm of Gus Fring once more. And he got him in a cartel clutch. Cartel clutch. Cartel clutch by Hector Salamanca. A cartel clutch. And Hector Salamanca is going to make Gus Fring tap out here in front of all these people. Ladies and gentlemen, Gus Fring is going to tap out here to the cartel clutch. Cartel clutch by Hector Salamanca. And Gus Fring is gonna tap out. He's gonna tap out. He's gonna. Oh, and he's reversed the attack. And now he's punching Hector Salamanca. But he's just grabbing that arm, as he's just been cartel clutched to hell by Hector Salamanca, who grabs Gus Fring once more, bouncing off the ropes, running into each other, clashing meat. Both men trying to throw right hands. Hector Salamanca getting outdone by the speed of Gus Fring, who does a snake eyes into the turnbuckle and now drops the elbow onto Hector Salamanca. Hector Salamanca rolling out of the ring. But is that enough as Gus Fring looks to do perhaps a suicide dive? Hector Salamanca evading the attack and just laughing at Gus Fring, as Hector is having his way every which way in this match. Ladies and gentlemen, and is he going to try to attack the woman ref again? This man is an absolute savage. He does not need to know. Oh my God, he just punched a woman ref. Hector Salamanca, you must pay for that, you bastard. What are you doing punching the women ref? What is this? This is not acceptable. Unacceptable here at the IWA as he goes for the leg drop but missing as Gus Fring avoids the attack. And now getting punched in the gut. Hector Salamanca fighting with everything he's got in his body. He does not want to be humiliated by Gus Fring for the second time in a row. And now Gus Fring, Hector Salamanca, both men standing in the ring. Hector Salamanca getting swung over and flipped by Gus Fring, who's picking him up. Grabbing him with both hands, Hector Salamanca kicking him in the balls. And now a swinging DDT by Hector Salamanca. And ladies and gentlemen, back and forth action here at IWA Friday Night Havoc. And you see Gus Fring's arm twitching here briefly, momentarily. Perhaps the Pfizer vaccine. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca with the cartel clutch on Gus Fring. Gus Fring's gonna attack. He's gonna tap, surely. He's gonna tap. Surely he's gonna tap this time. Gus Fring is gonna tap. And ladies and gentlemen, Gus Fring refuses to tap out to his arch nemesis, Hector Salamanca. That would have been embarrassing, I will agree. And surely he did not want that to happen. And ladies and gentlemen, Gus Fring, Hector Salamanca, both men fighting to the death. And Hector Salamanca with a big swinging suplex by the neck. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca to the top rope for the 5th time this match. A big elbow drop by Hector Salamanca. Getting wailed on by Gus Fring, who does a big clothesline followed by another clothesline. Has Hector laid up against the corner. And now Gus Fring avoiding the attack by Hector Salamanca. A big clothesline. And Gus Fring just a kip up. He's absolutely on cocaine, methamphetamine perhaps. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca kicked out of it again. What is this? This match is absolutely insane as Gus Fring lines up for the final spice curl of the match. And ladies and gentlemen, Hector Salamanca catching him by the leg. Hector Salamanca grabbing Gus Fring. Gus Fring with a big drop down, drumstick drop down by Gus Fring. And now, good night. Hector Salamanca just kicked out of the drumstick drop down. Can you believe it? What are we seeing here tonight? As Gus Fring lines up for another spice curl. Hector Salamanca with the reversal. And now he's got Gus Fring. What is this? A Sinaloa suplex by Hector Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely flabbergasted as here Hector Salamanca pinning a cover. Gus Fring kicking out of the Sinaloa suplex. Back and forth action, back and forth kickouts, back and forth resilience here, ladies and gentlemen, as Hector Salamanca unloading on Gus Fring. Ladies and gentlemen, what are we seeing here? Hector Salamanca on top rope for the 6th time of the match, perhaps. Missing the attack, or is it the 7th time? I'm losing track here, ladies and gentlemen. Driving Hector Salamanca, driving the face of Gus Fring into the side of the ring, one of the hardest parts of the ring. And Gus Fring, back and forth action here tonight. Throwing Hector Salamanca across the ringside. And Hector Salamanca laying on the floor, flat, as Gus Fring exchanges a word with Lalo Salamanca, who hates his guts more than Hector, perhaps. And Hector Salamanca getting slowly to his feet. But Hector Salamanca catching Gus Fring mid-air. He just caught the man. And now he does a power slam onto the ringside. Onto the hard concrete ground covered by the thin little mat. And the chicken man up to his feet. And Hector Salamanca at the top rope for what has to be the 10th time. Absolutely missing the attack. Perhaps he got into the meth. And there's Gus Fring missing. Perhaps he also got into the meth. Ladies and gentlemen, these two bastards absolutely hate each other as Hector Salamanca just throws Gus across the ring and does a big ass drop on Gus Fring, landing right on his chest. And Hector Salamanca once again going for the top rope. Absolutely psychotic, this man. Another ass drop, big leg drop from the top rope, ringside. Hector Salamanca has Gus Fring delirious, throws him into the ringside. Just throws him up the ramp now. And now Hector Salamanca has Gus Fring laying flat on the concrete floor. What's he gonna do here? Perhaps a snap suplex. Just throws him into the ring. And Lalo Salamanca's loving it, and he's talking some shit to the fans. And Gus Fring quick to his feet, hitting Hector Salamanca off him. Hector Salamanca with a big chop. And Gus Fring with the big right hands. And more right hands and a big flare chop by Gus Fring and a big right hand sending Hector Salamanca down to the canvas. Gus Fring lifting Hector Salamanca up. And a big chicken coop slam. Chicken coop slam by Gus Fring. And Hector Salamanca kicking him in the face. And kicking him in the face once again. And now Hector Salamanca for another cartel clutch. Another cartel clutch. And Gus Fring is tapping out. Gus Fring is tapped out. Hector Salamanca wins the match. And now he has gotten even with his arch rival with the help of his nephew, Lalo Salamanca. And look at this. Just gets Gus Fring in the cartel clutch. Absolutely choking the life right out of him. And Gus Fring has no choice but to tap out. And now Gus Fring must retreat. Just like Hector had to do last week, where he recruited Lalo Salamanca. And look at him, he's got the World Heavyweight Champion right by his side. And they high five. And now Hector Salamanca instructs Lalo to get to the top of the rope. And now these two men gloating at the IWA fans, letting them know that this is their show. And ladies and gentlemen, coming up next we have a gentleman's tag team match for the IWA Tag Team Champions between Nacho Libre and Esquelito and our tag team champions Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, who won the match last week. But as you may have noticed, Nacho Libre did not see Walter White pinning, and therefore he is called for a rematch due to him believing they have the right chance and the deserved shot to go for the title. And here the two luchadors come out and they're just high-fiving and having a grand old time throwing up gang signs. Look at these two absolute maniacs. The luchadores, they believe their chances against Walter White and Jesse Pinkman are very high, as they specialize in meth and not luchador. And look at them throwing up gang signs and just jumping all over the place. These two are fan favorites, more gang signs from the luchadores. And now they're going up to the top of the rope and showing and embracing themselves with the IWA fans. And ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Libre, Esquelito, two fan favorites, look to become IWA Tag Team Champions and perhaps finish their story here at the IWA. I'm just hoping that they don't finish their story, because we have these fuckers on contract for another year, $300 a week. Don't ask how we did it. A lot of extortion, I tell you much. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just waiting for the IWA Tag Team Champions, Walt and Jesse, and here they come. The two fan favorites also making their way to the ring, the IWA Tag Team Champions, Walt and Jesse. And here they come out in all their glory, enjoying, it looks like they just got done cooking some meth actually. They're in their meth cooking outfits, the yellow chemistry outfits. But look at them donning the IWA Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, they earned those champions. Don't let anything Nacho Libre, Esquelito, or Leonel Marco Salamanca say. And for that matter, don't let anything the Duncan brothers say try to fool you into convincing yourself that these two men do not deserve to be the IWA Tag Team Champions. They won fair and square in a classic wrestling match. And now we have a gentleman's tag team match. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the first in history at the IWA. One man per team in the ring only. No weapons allowed. We are not used to seeing this in the IWA, which is why we call it a gentleman's tag team match. And Matt Fisher just using that angelic voice to introduce these four superstars. And ladies and gentlemen, I have goosebumps just like The Rock when he makes his entrance. And I'm smacking my arm just like The Rock would. And here you see the luchadors getting introduced by IWA's own Matt Fisher. And now the IWA champions getting introduced. Walt and Jesse, or otherwise known as the Legends, apparently by Matt Fisher. And they just hold their IWA Tag Team Champion belts high and proud, as they know what they have done to earn those belts. They have had to go through hell, and they're going to have to go through hell once again here against the luchadores, Nacho Libre, Esquelito, Walter White, aka Heisenberg, and Jesse Pinkman, aka Captain Cook. All gonna fight for the IWA Tag Team Champions, but there is only one man in the ring at a time. And here's Nacho Libre swinging away at Jesse Pinkman with 3 big right hands. And now dodging the attack from Jesse Pinkman. And Jesse Pinkman going for a cutter, but Nacho Libre just absolutely kicking the dog shit out of Jesse Pinkman's face and driving his knee into Jesse Pinkman. And Nacho Libre headed for the top rope. What's he gonna in store here for Jesse Pinkman? A big elbow drop. And Nacho Libre going to the top rope once again, perhaps learning from Hector Salamanca in the previous match. And Nacho Libre with another elbow drop attempt, but Jesse Pinkman evading the attack. And now he's going to look to tag in his partner, Walter White, Heisenberg, the badass meth cook, the biggest and baddest drug kingpin Albuquerque has ever seen. And Walter White with a big chop, holding Nacho Libre's arm and picking him up and chopping him again, and going for a quick pin to get out of dodge. But Nacho Libre kicking out before the 1 count even lands. And Nacho Libre getting Irish whipped into the rope, and Walter White driving the elbow into Nacho Libre's face. And he's just pointing at him and talking shit to him, saying, "You do not know any chemistry," just like he did to Victor. And here's Walter White chopping away at Nacho Libre, but failing the attempt. Nacho Libre dropping the leg on Walter White, dropping another leg on Walter White, and this time letting it sit there. All 350 pounds of Nacho Libre, pure man, pure athlete, pure wrestler. And Nacho Libre Irish whipping Walter White into the corner of the ring and dropping him down. And now Nacho Libre hitting Walter White. And Walter White absolutely help us here, as he knows he's in for a big fight against Nacho Libre. And Nacho Libre looking at Esquelito, talking to him, communicating about what they're going to do next. And Walter White just fighting for his life, and a big move from Walter White. And he just punches Esquelito for no exact reason. That egomaniac Walter White punching Esquelito in the face. And trying to big boot to Nacho Libre, but getting kicked in the shin. The same shin that Crazy A stabbed him in. And Nacho Libre with a big exploder. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing some action-packed matchup here at IWA Friday Night Havoc. And Nacho Libre tagging in Esquelito, who gets big booted by Walter White. And now at Jesse Pinkman fighting against Esquelito, both the legal men in the match. And Jesse Pinkman just kicking it, Esquelito right in the shin. And Jesse Pinkman going for a cutter, nailing it, and sending Esquelito down to the canvas. Ha ha ha, ladies and gentlemen. What a match indeed, as Esquelito with a big right hand, and a big kick, and a big chop, and a big chop, and a big elbow to Jesse Pinkman's face, and a big kick to his nuts. And now, Nacho Libre waiting to get tagged in. Esquelito with a big enziguri kick, drop kick. And ladies and gentlemen, Walter White getting speared by Esquelito, who does an acrobatic move just to show his acrobatic abilities. And Jesse Pinkman punching away at Esquelito, hammering away at him and drop kicking him right in the face. Going for the pin, trying to get out of dodge here. These men want no parts in this fight with the luchadors. I can tell you that right away. And Jesse Pinkman just dropping the forearm onto Esquelito. What's he got in store here as he tags in his partner, Walter White. And now, Walter White with a big drop kick with both feet onto Esquelito. And Esquelito, delirious as ever, getting Irish whipped by Walter White, who drops down and evades the attack and drives the elbow into Esquelito's face, who does a kip up. And ladies and gentlemen, back and forth action, high energy here, high impact and high impulse. And now, Nacho Libre itching to get tagged in by Esquelito, who's just having his way with Walter White, who evades the attack. And Walter White taunting, perhaps forgetting about Esquelito, who got right up and attacked Walter White again. And a big sunset flip powerbomb by Esquelito. What the hell have we just seen? And Nacho Libre getting in the ring, picking Walter White up, as his partner has just knocked Walter White on his ass. And Nacho Libre tagging in Esquelito. These two men are going to go for a finishing maneuver. And a pop-up cutter by Nacho Libre and Esquelito. With the pop-up cutter, nailing it on Walter White, knocking him on his ass. And Esquelito at the top rope just drops down, does not like what he sees as he surveys the field. And Esquelito back on the top rope, perhaps he likes what he sees now, as he drops the elbow on Walter White, right on his back, and spears Jesse Pinkman. Esquelito back on the top rope. What's he gonna do here? Waiting for Walter White to get to his feet, perhaps. Esquelito, a big Hurricane Rana from the top rope onto Walter White. And now, Walter White getting picked up by Esquelito, who goes to the corner of the ring. And now, Esquelito sends Nacho Libre out of the ring. Esquelito just squaring up against Walter White. And Nacho Libre getting a punch in, getting his lick in on Walter White. Esquelito's flinging Walter White over the top rope. And a big punch, and a big drop kick, sending Walter White onto the concrete floor. Esquelito with a big front flip drop onto Walter White. Ladies and gentlemen, Esquelito, one acrobatic son of a bitch. As Walter White punches him and gets back in the ring. Perhaps he's going to look to tag Jesse Pinkman in. And Esquelito going to the top rope. What has this crazy bastard got in plan here? A big ass drop onto the canvas. And now Esquelito getting up and a hurricane rana to Walter White, who is just out of his depth here against these two luchador legends, Esquelito and Nacho Libre. And Walter White getting perhaps tossed into the corner, a lifeline, as Jesse Pinkman tags him in. I don't know if Nacho Libre saw the tag, but now Nacho Libre is fully aware as he unloads on Jesse Pinkman, but Jesse Pinkman blocks the attack and punches Nacho Libre in the gut. And Nacho Libre punches Jesse Pinkman back. And now a big spine buster from Nacho Libre. Clothesline to Walter White. And Nacho Libre, I'm not sure if he realizes that Jesse Pinkman is a legal man in this match. A big frog splash to Walter White. And ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Libre does not realize that Jesse Pinkman is in fact the legal man. And Jesse Pinkman Irish whipping Nacho Libre. Irish whipping him once again, dropping down, avoiding the fade, jumping over him, avoiding the fade, and a big kick to the shins of Nacho Libre. And Nacho Libre kicking Jesse Pinkman right in the face. And a big right hand to Walter White. And Jesse Pinkman flinging Nacho Libre into the corner of the ring. And he looks to stomp a mud hole in his ass. But before he does some talking to him, and before he does his finishing move, the Chili P Bomb! The Chili P Bomb by Jesse Pinkman. And Nacho Libre out cold as the two champions look to retain their belts. But Esquelito breaking up the pin. Nacho Libre laying flat on the canvas, completely knocked out. As Esquelito is getting his ass whipped by Walter White. Nacho Libre with a roll-up pin onto Jesse Pinkman. It's going to take more than that to beat the champions. Nacho Libre with a big enziguri kick to Jesse Pinkman. And Nacho Libre is on top of the top rope. And a big frog splash missing Jesse Pinkman, avoiding the attack as Esquelito has been busted wide open, bleeding from the forehead. And Nacho Libre with a big Superman punch to Jesse Pinkman. Nacho Libre with a spear to Walter White. A big Superman punch to Jesse Pinkman. And what's he going to do here? Missing the drop kick attempt. Jesse Pinkman just throwing Nacho Libre into the canvas. Crazy bastard. Jesse Pinkman. A big crossroads to Nacho Libre. And what's Jesse Pinkman going to do here? Going to the top rope. And now he's going to try a big leg drop, but missing the attack. Nacho Libre avoiding the attack from Jesse Pinkman. A big clothesline to the back of Jesse Pinkman. And now Nacho Libre tagging in Esquelito, who does a front flip over to Jesse Pinkman, but misses the attack. And Walter White with a headlock. And now dropping in and locking it in. And Walter White's going to make Esquelito tap out. But Walter White getting his submission maneuver broken up by Nacho Libre, who gets punched in the back by Walter White. And Walter White with a big Irish whip to Nacho Libre, hoisting him up to the top rope, making him watch as he goes and pins Esquelito. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter White is going to go for the win here. And Esquelito kicking out of the attack, but getting big booted in the face by Walter White, who goes to the top rope. And he's going to drop down onto Esquelito. No, he's not. He's going to wait and drop down to the canvas. And now, Esquelito, Nacho Libre, Walter White, all the men standing at the ring or in the middle of the ring. And Esquelito with big chops to Walter White. And Esquelito picking Walter White up. Irish whipping him over the top rope. And ladies and gentlemen, Esquelito with a big punch and a big drop kick to Walter White. And ladies and gentlemen, Esquelito has Walter White laying flat on the ground. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of action you can only see here at the IWA. Luchadores, Meth Kingpins, fighting for Tag Team Champions. Where else could you get this kind of high intensity, high buffoonery? Ladies and gentlemen, Walter White with a kick to Esquelito's face. And now, Esquelito high kicks and low kicks and a DDT to Walter White. He's going to look to tag in his partner, Nacho Libre. And here's the fan favorite Nacho Libre, headed to the top rope. You know what he's going to do here? Nacho Libre with the Son of God dive onto Walter White. And he's going to go for the pin here. And a referee with a slow count, but Jesse Pinkman breaking it up nonetheless. And Walter White laying flat on the canvas as Nacho goes for another cover. And Walter White, 2 count, barely beating the pin. Walter White and Nacho Libre with a double axel slant handle fist onto Walter White, who hammers away at Nacho Libre's back. And now Walter White going for the P2P powerbomb. P2P powerbomb. Walter White doing the methylamine powerbomb. And Nacho Libre with a roll up. He's got Walter White rolled up here. He's gonna get the count. He's gonna get the count. And Walter White kicking out just barely. But Jesse Pinkman was there for the leg drop regardless. Esquelito in the ring. He is not the legal man, but Esquelito nonetheless getting a P2P powerbomb from Walter White. Just kidding. That was a P2P drop from Walter White. And Nacho Libre running into Walter White. He's got Walter White for the exploder. And Nacho Libre gonna go attack Jesse Pinkman. And now he's got Walter White right where he wants him. Nacho Libre headed for the top rope. Is he gonna go and perhaps get the pinfall victory? Nacho Libre missing the Son of God dive. Walter White with a big boot to Nacho's face. Back and forth action here at IWA Friday Night Havoc. And ladies and gentlemen, Walter White has just kneed Nacho Libre in the face. And Nacho Libre looks to be very hurt by that attack. And Walter with a big right hand. And now he's got Nacho Libre in a Crazy 8 chokehold. Crazy 8 chokehold for Walter White. In the same chokehold he took out Crazy 8 with. And now Walter White lining up for Nacho Libre. He's got Nacho Libre by the neck. Nacho Libre kicking Walter White in the head. And a Hurricane Rana by Nacho Libre. Jesse Pinkman getting speared once again through the ropes. And Walter White getting enziguri kicked by Nacho Libre, who heads to the top rope once again. Nacho Libre, Son of God dive on Walter White. Referee's counting. Slow count. 2 count. And Walter White just kicked out again. Walter White kicking out of the Son of God dive. And Nacho Libre with a Superman punch to Walter White, who rolls out of the ring, showing gamesmanship here to avoid the attacks by Nacho Libre. And Nacho Libre just punches Jesse Pinkman. And now he does an elbow drop onto absolutely nobody. Perhaps he got into the meth that they've been cooking. If you smell what the Heisenberg and what the Jesse Pinkman have been cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, Walter White rolling Nacho Libre into the ring as he looks to go for another P2P powerbomb perhaps. But Nacho Libre, flare chopping away, has Walter White leaned up against the corner turnbuckle and just unloading on him with the fists. And now Nacho Libre stomping a mud hole in Walter White's ass. Look at the big kick from Nacho Libre. Kicking Walter White in the back. And a big punch by Nacho Libre right to the face of Walter White, but Walter White with a big boot. And Walter White, pinfall, going for the victory. And Nacho Libre just kicking out of the 2 count. Almost a 3 count. Almost a retaining of the titles for Walter White and Jesse Pinkman, the 2 meth cooks. And here's Nacho Libre in and out the ring. Very smart maneuver. And Walter White just hammering away at him. 2 flare chops while holding onto his arm and beating his ass some more. And Walter White getting thrown to the canvas by Nacho Libre, who goes to the top rope, but he's gonna get tagged in. He tagged into Jesse Pinkman. Jesse Pinkman with the hot tag. Nacho Libre, Hurricane Rana to Jesse Pinkman. And what's Nacho gonna do here? Kneeing the face of Jesse Pinkman. And Nacho Libre picking Jesse Pinkman up, throwing him into the corner of the ring. And now Nacho Libre tagging in Esquelito as they're gonna go for a 3D perhaps. And Esquelito with the pin. Perhaps looking to get Jesse Pinkman out of here. And Jesse Pinkman kicking out Nacho Libre just in absolute shock as Esquelito hit a backflip. Ooh! And and a big drop kick to the face of Jesse Pinkman, sending his ass down to the canvas. Very acrobatic maneuvers here from Esquelito, as Esquelito jumps to the top rope. But Jesse Pinkman power slamming him down to the canvas, pinning him and going for the victory. But Esquelito, a tough Mexican fighter, it will take a lot more than that to knock this man out. And Esquelito getting Captain Cook dropped by Jesse Pinkman, who's going to attack the knee of Esquelito, dropping the knee into the canvas, the hard wood canvas. And Jesse Pinkman looking to get his partner Walter White in the ring. Esquelito attacking Jesse Pinkman, pissed off that he just got Captain Cook dropped. But here's Walter White with a P2P powerbomb on Esquelito. And ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Libre with a big drop kick, breaking up the pin. But Nacho Libre getting his ass whooped and belly to belly, not belly to belly, belly to back suplex by Walter White. And now he's going to get Jesse Pinkman back in the ring. High rotations from these two gentlemen. Very smart maneuver. These two just managing their energy as Jesse Pinkman picks Esquelito up. And now Jesse Pinkman with a Chili P drop down. Chili P drop down onto Esquelito. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be your match. Nacho Libre breaking up the pin, but Esquelito kicking out nonetheless. And now Jesse Pinkman throwing Esquelito, who has to be delirious, into the corner of the ring. Esquelito getting kicked by Jesse Pinkman, and a big ass drop to the face by Jesse Pinkman. And now, instead of pinning Esquelito, he's just toying with him and attacking the elbow some more. Jesse Pinkman going full sicko mode here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Pinkman making his way to the top of the rope. And Esquelito with a hot tag. Nacho Libre in the ring. The legal man. A Superman punch to Jesse Pinkman. A spear to Walter White. And now he has Jesse Pinkman lined up. And now Nacho Libre going for a roll-up pin. A roll-up pin on Jesse Pinkman. And Jesse Pinkman kicking out. He's going to take more than a roll-up to take the IWA Tag Team belts off these two. I can guarantee that. Nacho Libre perhaps heading to the top of the rope while Walter White is down. Nacho Libre, son of God, dive on Jesse Pinkman. And Nacho Libre, just son of God, dive Jesse Pinkman. And we have new tag team champions. They are Nacho Libre and Esquelito. Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, what have we just seen here tonight? Nacho Libre, Esquelito just beat Walter White and Jesse Pinkman. Multiple ass drops, multiple 3Ds, multiple son of God dives, multiple P2P power bombs. But at the end of the day, Nacho Libre, Esquelito find themselves victorious. After all their hard work, they are crowned IWA Tag Team Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, you've got to be very excited for these two men. And look at them just celebrating their victory. And they should be celebrating their victory as they've just won the IWA Tag Team Champions in front of all these people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud for these two men, as I have been longtime admirers of Nacho Libre and Esquelito. And look at them just celebrating their winnings. They have just put on a classic match, but I am sure we will see more from these four gentlemen soon enough, as this match was high back and forth action. I can only imagine what weapons will do to a match like this. And ladies and gentlemen, we have another battle of the egos between Justin Kennedy and John Michael Michaels. And you hear these IWA fans waiting in anticipation for their man, Justin Kennedy, to make his way to the ring. You hear the women moaning, and here's Justin Kennedy. Look at those sunglasses, look at that jacket. What an asshole this man is. He's praying to God, acting like he is a man of God. But we know he is a man of sin and tragedy. And look at him, just pointing to the IWA fans, looking for some groupies perhaps. Because that is one thing this man loves more than wrestling, is doing delinquent things with groupies here at the IWA HQ. And look at Justin Kennedy just absolutely loving his life. And look at him doing the big gun points with the fingers, and he's flexing the muscles. And Justin Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen, IWA fan favorite, groupie fan favorite. The ladies love him, the men, they hate him. And look at Justin Kennedy telling everyone they want to be him. But Justin Kennedy has a fierce opponent fighting him tonight. His name is John Michael Michaels. John Michael Michaels absolutely hates this man. He's hated him ever since he made his IWA debut. Justin Kennedy, John Michael Michaels, two of the biggest assholes here at the IWA that you will find in that locker room there. And now Justin Kennedy waiting for his arch nemesis, John Michael Michaels, to make his way to the ring. And here he comes. All his glory, glittery jackets and all. annoying, obnoxious sunglasses. What more can you ask for from a man with John Michael Michaels as his name? Look at that. His middle name is his last name. I have never seen something so ridiculous in my life. And look at John Michael Michaels just making his way to the ring. Not making his way to the ring. He's pacing back and forth at the stage ramp, taking every last second that he can out of this entrance, because he knows that the IWA superstars get paid by the minute that they are on the camera, and we do not pay these IWA superstars shit. So it is very smart for him to milk every second he can. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we don't pay our wrestlers shit, but we need to make this thing work, and that is done by paying pennies on the dollar to these people, putting their lives and their bodies at risk for your entertainment. So please appreciate that fact. And ladies and gentlemen, Justin Kennedy, John Michael Michaels, getting ready to square off as soon as John Michael Michaels is done making this ridiculous entrance that he takes so long to do. Look at him. He is dressed like the Tiger King himself, Joe Exotic. Look at this man. Blonde hair, sunglasses. He looks like Erling Haaland mixed with Draco Malfoy's father, Lucius Malfoy. And look at this asshole. Sunglasses with orange lenses. I've never seen something so ridiculous. Those have got to be expensive. I don't know where he's getting that kind of money from, as we know exactly what kind of contract he's on. It is not a contract you want to be on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you that much. And here we go. Justin Kennedy, John Michael Michaels. Battle of the assholes. Battle of the egos, as Justin Kennedy lifts John Michael Michaels up off his feet and throws him into the corner of the ring and onto the canvas. And now, Justin Kennedy kicking the shit out of John Michael Michaels. A name that can only be written and made up, I tell you what. And Justin Kennedy going for a cutter and not landing the attack, as John Michael Michaels out of range. And John Michael Michaels hammering away at Justin Kennedy's back and hitting that pretty face. And hitting that pretty face once again. And now John Michael Michaels ruining the $1 million face of Justin Kennedy, perhaps. John Michael Michaels dropping down and going for a big clothesline, but missing the attack. And John Michael Michaels landing the clothesline this time, ladies and gentlemen. He's up at the top rope. Justin Kennedy missing the spear attempt. But now, power slam from the top rope on John Michael Michaels. Justin Kennedy going for a springboard. Diving attack. Crossbody dive from the springboard. And ladies and gentlemen, two acrobatic son of a bitches. Justin Kennedy, John Michael Michaels, as Justin Kennedy goes for a figure four leg lock. Figure four leg lock. Figure four leg lock. Not going to make him tap, though. Too early. His legs are not that hurt. His legs are still yellow, if you know what I mean. And now, Justin Kennedy going for another figure four leg lock onto John Michael Michaels. And once again, not going to make him tap. He's going to need a lot more than that. Justin Kennedy just taunting this man and trying a double drop kick, but missing the attack. John Michael Michaels has Justin Kennedy for a reverse suplex. John Michael Michaels hammering away at Justin Kennedy, but Justin Kennedy kicking John Michael Michaels right in the face. Both these two men absolutely hate each other. And Justin Kennedy dropping the elbow onto John Michael Michaels. And what has he got in store here for the Tiger Pants man? Justin Kennedy hoisting him up for a suplex onto the canvas. Going for the pin and the cover. Referee with a count. With a 2 count almost. 1 count kicking out. Justin Kennedy pissed off as ever. And now John Michael Michaels quick to his feet this time. Punching away at Justin Kennedy. But Justin Kennedy landing his punch and landing his kick. And now Justin Kennedy going for a power bomb. And we got Justin Kennedy just picking up John Michael Michaels. But John Michael Michaels kicking him in the ass, literally. Kicking his ass, literally. And now John Michael Michaels with a drop kick. Shaking the whole ring. And Justin Kennedy back in the ring. But big mistake as John Michael Michaels is flare chopping him and punching him. And now he's kicking him while he's down. Kicking him right in the back. A big right hand and a big left hook. But hip toss by Justin Kennedy. Turning the tide of the fight. And Justin Kennedy in and out the ring, in and out the ring. A big maneuver you see here at the IWA. I invented that maneuver back when I wrestled. You will see that on IWA Classics one day, but not today. And here's John Michael Michaels at the top rope. What's he gonna do here? A big leg drop from the top rope. Justin Kennedy has underestimated his man, John Michael Michaels. The man he says is a longtime admirer of Justin Kennedy. Justin Kennedy thinks that, while John Michael Michaels thinks Justin Kennedy is an absolute prick and a head buster. And Justin Kennedy getting thrown into the canvas by John Michael Michaels, who kicks him in the bad knee. And now he knees him in the face. And John Michael Michaels heading to the top rope. What's he got in store here for Justin Kennedy? A big elbow drop. That's Justin Kennedy's move. He's not going to like that, I'll tell you much. And now, John Michael Michaels hammering away at Justin Kennedy. Kicking him in the gut. Punching him in the chest. Face buster by Justin Kennedy. And a big right hand by John Michael Michaels. And a drop kick by John Michael Michaels as he goes for the figure four leg lock. Excuse me, the scorpion deathlock. And a rope break by Justin Kennedy. Just avoiding the submission hold. John Michael Michaels, he's swinging at the ref. What the hell is he doing here? Why are these IWA superstars attacking the refs? Male, female, it does not matter. And John Michael Michaels telling the crowd to shut the hell up, as he always does. Trying to bust everybody's balls here tonight. And now he's just taunting Justin Kennedy as he lays flat on the canvas. Getting slowly up to his feet though. A big Irish whip to the corner of the ring. Flare chop attempt. Justin Kennedy. Back and forth action here. And Justin Kennedy getting thrown into the corner of the ring. And a flare chop by John Michael Michaels. With Justin Kennedy blocking the second chop. Back and forth once again. Getting thrown over the top rope. And a big spear through the ropes. And now John Michael Michaels getting up to the top rope. What's he got in store here for Justin Kennedy? A big leg drop. That's got to be a big 15-foot jump, ladies and gentlemen. And now a 3-foot elbow drop on the contrary. Both these men getting counted out by the ref. And now a big suplex by John Michael Michaels. What's he got in store here for Justin Kennedy? He's going to the top rope once again. That is the theme of the night here. And a big leg drop from John Michael Michaels. Resetting the count. And resetting the equilibrium of Justin Kennedy, who just got the shit kicked out of him. And now John Michael Michaels, he finds himself laying on the canvas as Justin Kennedy's the one taunting. John Michael Michaels heading to the top rope like a maniac. Getting thrown and power slammed by Justin Kennedy, who nails him in the back with the knee. And now he's going for sweet chin music. And now he's turning up the band. Justin Kennedy going for sweet chin music, missing the attack. John Michael Michaels evading the sweet chin music. That will piss Justin Kennedy off surely. And now John Michael Michaels throwing his right hands at Justin Kennedy. Justin Kennedy, crossbody dive, getting caught in midair by John Michael Michaels. Ooh, his back gave out. His back gave out. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, he's got back problems because he sleeps on a twin-size bed at 6'2". Yes, twin-size bed at 6'2", and a big power slam by Justin Kennedy. If you're wondering why he sleeps on a twin-size bed, he has found life very hard since moving here to America from Canada. And here is Justin Kennedy throwing his fists at John Michael Michaels. And now John Michael Michaels avoiding the attack from the ring. And John Michael Michaels in control here as he looks to the ref. A big drop kick to the ref. Why has he just attacked the ref, ladies and gentlemen? I don't know, but this man's a sicko. And now a big elbow drop to Justin Kennedy. And John Michael Michaels and a big exploder. What's he gonna do here? This bastard, this cheating bastard, this cheating son of a bitch. What's he gonna do here? He's just going in and out the ring. He's got a steel chair, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna look to cheat here. As he just hits Justin Kennedy in the head with a steel chair. The ref did not see it. The ref did not see it. Classic wrestling. And now he's just gonna get drop kicked. How is the ref not DQing this man? And now both these two men just going stupid there, avoiding each other, and Justin Kennedy going for a springboard attack, but missing completely as John Michael Michaels finds himself with a steel chair and the referee down. He's gonna have his way with Justin Kennedy, but he just goes stupid for a minute, and Justin Kennedy with a big ass buster to John Michael Michaels. And now John Michael Michaels' plan has totally failed here as the ref is back to his feet. Tiger Pants cannot cheat. And now, ooh, he just got told to suck it by Justin Kennedy. He just told him to suck it. Because he knows that he avoided a steel chair attack by John Michael Michaels. And now Justin Kennedy making his way to the ring. Getting counted out by the ref, but it's not going to go further than a 3 count. John Michael Michaels trying to attack the ref once more. The ref should DQ him surely after that attack. And now John Michael Michaels getting his ass whooped by Justin Kennedy, who does a power slam after an atomic drop. And now, you know damn well what he's going to do. He's going to go to the top rope, and he's going to drop the elbow the real way, the Justin Kennedy way. And now, good night, sayonara to John Michael Michaels, who just kicked out of the atomic elbow drop. What the hell? Not scripted here, ladies and gentlemen. And now Justin Kennedy throwing John Michael Michaels off the ring and just busting his face wide open with the elbow. That man has pointy on his elbows and a sweet chin music by Justin Kennedy, who just falls to the ring and gets to his feet. And now he's going to go for the pinfall. And John Michael Michaels kicks out at the 1 count. What the hell am I seeing? Oh my. A big flare chop. And the crowd absolutely loving this match. And Justin Kennedy with a sweet chin music. Impromptu. Tuning up the band. Encore edition. And now he's going to surely get the pinfall victory as John Michael Michaels lays flat on the canvas. And he's just kicked out. Another sweet chin music. Another encore. And now Justin Kennedy with a spinning DDT. Looking to get some momentum in his favor now. Just punches the ref. And what's he going to do here? He's just wailing on the ref. The ref's surely going to DQ him. John Michael Michaels, this cheating son of a bitch, is trying to weasel his way into a cheap victory because he knows he cannot compete with Justin Kennedy, who is the much better wrestler. And now a big body slam by John Michael Michaels. And Justin Kennedy kicking John Michael Michaels away. And what John Michael Michaels got in store here. And Justin Kennedy just kicking John Michael Michaels in the face. And now he's driving that knee right into his throat, looking to choke the life right out of him. You see John Michael Michaels' face bloody as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, IWA Friday Night Havoc. This is the kind of action you can see. And John Michael Michaels getting thrown up against the corner of the ring. Justin Kennedy with a big power slam. Absolutely insane action here tonight. And Justin Kennedy up at the top rope telling John Michael Michaels to get his sorry ass up. As Justin Kennedy does a double ankle slam with the fists onto the head of John Michael Michaels. And now he's tuning up the band for the 3rd time, for the 3rd sweet chin music. And sayonara, good night. Justin Kennedy has just whooped your ass and kicked your teeth down your throat. And John Michael Michaels is not kicking out of this. And Justin Kennedy has just won this classic wrestling match. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what we have just seen here tonight. Justin Kennedy has just beaten the shit out of John Michael Michaels, who has just gotten his ass whooped. He has tried to cheat time and time again, but is no match for Justin Kennedy, as he nailed the 3rd sweet chin music of the match. But ladies and gentlemen, I promise you we will see these two in action soon again, as John Michael Michaels' ego will not take that lightly, as he is now 0-2 against longtime rival Justin Kennedy. I think a no-holds-barred match is surely next in line for these two men. But ladies and gentlemen, next for us is a 4-man Falls Count Anywhere match for the IWA Internet Champion. Shaggy, Dude Smoke Phillips, lifetime IWA fan, fights off against 4X, Captain Extremo, and Happy Gilmore. Ladies and gentlemen, this match is going to be intense and extreme as men of 4 different realms of life come together and fight. We have Happy Gilmore, the wannabe hockey player and professional golfer who beat Shooter McGavin in the professional tour. And then we have Captain Extremo, lifetime Jeff Hardy fan who wants to beat some ass and cause chaos. Then we have Shaggy Dude Smoke Phillips, lifetime stoner, lifetime wrestling fan. We saw this kid selling drugs out in the alleyway and we said, hey kid, you want a chance to wrestle? He said yes. We said, are you at least 20 years old? And he said, sir, I'm 26. And we said, welcome to the show, young man, as he does a power slam to Captain Extremo. And ladies and gentlemen, do not forget 4X, Jim Matthews, the man who is part of the $1 million market, As the Forex trading specialist for the $1 million market, this man has done all kinds of foreign exchange, as he knows it is one of the best ways to make money in the markets. And Captain Extremo, the Hurricane Rana, to Happy Gilmore, who is just celebrating the 28-year anniversary of his professional golf tour victory over Shooter McGavin, who we may in fact see here at the IWA. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Gilmore unloading fists onto Captain Extremo, and Shaggy Phillips getting his ass whooped by Forex. And Forex just showing him the exchange rates here. All kinds of foreign domestic markets. Haha, and ladies and gentlemen, Forex dropping the elbow. Happy Gilmore pinning Captain Extremo. Total shithousery in this match here tonight, as we have 4 different kinds of men fighting off against each other, as Shaggy Phillips does a bridge pin on Happy Gilmore, the professional golfer, wannabe hockey player, as he wears that Boston Bruins jersey. And Happy Gilmore choking Shaggy Phillips and slamming his head to the canvas, not the canvas, the floor, and Captain Extremo giving his head driven into the barricade by Forex, by Captain Extremo jumping clothesline to Forex. And Happy Gilmore just punched Shaggy Phillips in the face, busting him wide open. And Captain Extremo at the top rope, a big drop kick to Forex. Shaggy Phillips on the ground bleeding. Forex getting his ass whooped by Captain Extremo, who he scammed into trading his US dollars for the Argentine peso, which did not go well. And Captain Extremo kicking Happy Gilmore in the gut. And Captain Extremo lifting Happy Gilmore up for a big suplex. And what's he gonna do? A suplex through the table! Captain Extremo making this match extreme. And oh my, Shaggy Phillips is beating the dog shit out of Forex with the steel chair. And Captain Extremo chopping away at Happy Gilmore, and a high kick from Captain Extremo. And Shaggy Phillips with a big suplex on Forex. And Shaggy Phillips just looking to hit Forex with the table. And Forex evading the attack. And now Captain Extremo beating the shit out of the referee in a 4-man fatal 4-way match. What is the purpose of this? To make it extreme, baby. And Captain Extremo now looking at Shaggy Phillips, grabbing him by the neck and tossing him over. And now Forex just flexing on these 2 men, letting them know that their stocks are going down. And Captain Extremo with the roll-up pin, but there is no ref to count because he knocked him out. Oh, look at the irony. Look at the poetic justice there, ladies and gentlemen. And Happy Gilmore breaking up the pin that was not being counted, but Forex did not look like he was kicking out of that anytime soon. Forex, an estranged member of the $1 million market, finds himself on Friday Night Havoc when the rest of his lackeys are on Monday Night Carnage. He has been demanding a trade, but Commissioner Henderson has denied it outright every single time. And now Captain Extremo getting his ass whooped by Forex. Forex and Happy Gilmore grappling, and Happy Gilmore getting the better of the man. And now he's going to go for a big back-breaking attack right onto the side of the ring. And Captain Extremo does a senton flip onto Forex. And now he's kicking him in the head, kicking him in the gut. And Forex with a wrestling toss, waiting for Captain Extremo to get up. And now Forex with a big exchange rate clothesline by Forex. Captain Extremo knocked out, but gets up to his feet quickly. And now sidewalk slam by Forex. Shaggy Phillips hurling Happy Gilmore over his back. Captain Extremo laying up against the barricade as Forex breaks the pin. Shaggy Phillips, Happy Gilmore fighting each other, and Captain Extremo just kicking Shaggy Phillips in the leg. Captain Extremo pulling out another table here in this 4-man match. He's already put Happy Gilmore through the table, and now he's got his eyes on Shaggy Phillips. And now Captain Extremo grabbing Shaggy Phillips, throwing him onto the table, leaning him up against the table. And now Captain Extremo looking to put the second man of the match through the table. And he does, with another suplex through the table onto Shaggy Phillips this time. Captain Extremo absolutely insane over here, putting every man in the match through the table, not even bothering to break up the pin between Forex getting pinned by Happy Gilmore, and Captain Extremo lighting the table on fire. He's gonna look to saute some ass here tonight. And now Captain Extremo punching away at Forex, grabbing Happy Gilmore. Captain Extremo Irish whipping Happy Gilmore. And now he's got Forex and does a reverse STO into the barricade, punching Happy Gilmore. And now he's gonna look to put Happy Gilmore through the table. And Shaggy Phillips with a big drop kick on Captain Extremo. And Shaggy Phillips grabbing Happy Gilmore. Swinging a flip. And now 4X boxing away at Captain Extremo. And he's going to go for a put option power bomb. 4X with the put option power bomb. Buying back every stock that he has. And Captain Extremo with the kick out at the 1 count. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Extremo needs a performance-enhancing drug test because there is absolutely no way he just kicked out of the put option powerbomb that quick. And Captain Extremo with the roll-up, and he's looking to win and get out of dodge here. And Captain Extremo getting mauled by Shaggy Phillips. And Captain Extremo lucky to get the pin broken up by Happy Gilmore, the hockey player and golf legend. Happy Gilmore throwing Shaggy Phillips. Happy Gilmore has Shaggy Phillips in an arm wrenching attack and does a rock bottom maneuver. Captain Extremo focusing his sights on 4X now. Grabs 4X and he's hurling him for a big power bomb right next to the steel steps. 4X was about 1 inch away from getting his head taken off by the steel steps as Captain Extremo throws him into the barricade. Happy Gilmore with a big Zamboni drop on Captain Extremo. Happy Gilmore has just knocked Captain Extremo out. And Shaggy Phillips focusing on Happy Gilmore. But Happy Gilmore the roll up. And Captain Extremo kicking Happy Gilmore in the face. Captain Extremo grabbing Shaggy Phillips, throwing him into 4X. And now Shaggy Phillips with a reverse senton. A reverse suplex on Captain Extremo. And now Shaggy Phillips grabbing 4X. Was going to go for a STO, but not lucky. And Shaggy Phillips getting thrown into the fire on the table. Happy Gilmore looking to grab a weapon out of the ring. And he's got the hockey stick, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Gilmore and a hockey stick will not end well for anyone on the end of that slap shot, as you know. And Captain Extremo has just jumped onto nobody. Perhaps John Cena, who's on Monday Night Carnage. And we can't see him. Haha, I said it. Damn right, Marty Feldspar here at IWA Friday Night Havoc. And Captain Extremo with a big drop kick to Shaggy Phillips. And punching away at 4X. Punching 4X in the back. Swing and a miss. And Captain Extremo with a swinging DDT to 4X. Busting his face wide open. 2 men bleeding in this match now, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Gilmore just unloading on Shaggy Phillips with a hockey stick. Slap shot after slap shot. High stick after high stick. And Happy Gilmore getting hit with his own stock hockey stick. Hitting Shaggy Phillips. Captain Extremo lining 4X against. He doesn't see the pin. He doesn't see the pin. Happy Gilmore has won. Happy Gilmore is now the internet champion. Can you believe what you have just seen? Captain Extremo distracted by whooping 4X's ass. Did not see Happy Gilmore going for the pinfall. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just seen here tonight Happy Gilmore become the IWA Internet Champion at the expense of Captain Extremo, 4X, and Shaggy Phillips. I cannot believe what I have just seen. Look at this man. He has won the IWA Internet Champion. Now this man is a golf champion as well as a wrestling champion here at the IWA. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a 4-man Falls Count Anywhere match between Omar, Malcolm King, Chris Chaney, and Ray Big Daddy Pump Shields. And this match will determine the #1 contender for the IWA World Heavyweight Champion once Lalo Salamanca's beef with Duke is settled. And here, ladies and gentlemen, we have Ray Shields coming out first, making his way to the ring. The rest of the men already have made their way to the ring. We are on a time cue here at IWA Friday Night Havoc. And ladies and gentlemen, Ray Shields absolutely hates fat people. He absolutely hates anybody who does not look like him, for that matter. And this man is an absolute asshole, but an absolute specimen, I may say. Look at that physique on him. Look at those muscles. His muscles got muscles. This dude is so strong, he can't even reach around his own back to wipe his own ass. That is how strong he is. That is how much muscles Ray Shields has. And he's got the rage of a man who is on steroids. And do not let anybody fool you. A lot of these men in the IWA are on steroids. We do not do performance-enhancing drugs tests here at the IWA. We do not believe in it. We believe in these men being absolute specimens. And look at Ray Shields just hoisting up Omar, 305 pounds over his shoulders. And ladies and gentlemen, that is only something you can see at the IWA, as we do not test for steroids. Only possible that you can see these kind of maneuvers here at the IWA. And ladies and gentlemen, look at Chris Chaney grabbing the neck of Ray Shields, and Malcolm King missing the suicide dive onto Omar, and Omar dropping the elbow on Malcolm King, dropping the leg on Malcolm King. Ray Shields absolutely going for an attack on Chris Chaney, and now Omar picking up Malcolm King. Omar has Malcolm King hoisted up, and a big power slam by Omar, the animal. And Chris Chaney unloading on Ray Shields. Chris Chaney has Ray Shields in a crossface. That move you have not seen since Chris, you know who I am talking about. I'm not going to say his name, but here is Omar attacking Malcolm King. Attacking Malcolm King some more. Picking up Malcolm King, but Malcolm King looking to reverse it, but not quick enough. And Omar with a power slam to Malcolm King. And Ray Shields gonna go for a big power slam on Chris Chaney. And Chris Chaney getting pinned. Omar with a big kick to Ray Shields. Ray Shields getting clotheslined by Omar. And Omar going to clothesline Chris Chaney, but missing the attack. Omar getting thrown into the ring by Chris Chaney, who gets attacked by Ray Shields. And Malcolm King up to his feet. And a big swinging neck breaker to Chris Chaney. And Malcolm King just flexing on him. And what's Omar got in store here for Ray Shields as he does a clothesline to him over the top rope. Omar is an absolute specimen of a man, ladies and gentlemen. Here at the IWA, you see all kinds of specimens. And here's Ray Shields attacking Malcolm King. Omar missing his top rope attack, hitting absolutely nobody. And Chris Chaney breaking the back of Omar. Chris Chaney unloading on Omar with the right hands. Ray Shields unloading on Chris Chaney with the right hands. Ray Shields, Chris Chaney, Omar, Malcolm King, all these men, and Malcolm King with a big kind of slam to Omar, sending him to hell. And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Chaney with the German suplexes to Ray Shields, sending him to Suplex City. And here's Malcolm King with a big back drop to Omar. A big flying clothesline to Chris Chaney. Malcolm King absolutely in control here tonight. Ray Shields throwing Omar across the ring. And now Ray Shields getting tossed into the ring by Malcolm King. And Omar grabbing that steel chair. Well, you know damn well what he's got in store here with that steel chair. Absolutely sadistic plans. Omar with a cracking shot to Chris Chaney. Omar swinging for Malcolm King but missing. Hitting Ray Shields but missing. Swinging at Ray Shields but missing. It's like he has a goddamn force field around him. And Omar swinging at Chris Chaney once again. Omar looking at Ray Shields and missing the attack once again. Omar is in a fight with Ray Shields now, ladies and gentlemen. Omar and Ray Shields going fist for fist, blow for blow, as Chris Chaney and Malcolm King do the exact same thing. And now Omar unloading on the back of Ray Shields. He did back day yesterday, so he's going to be very sore in that back area. And now Chris Chaney with a big suplex to Malcolm King. Lost my wits for a second there, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute havoc going on here at Friday Night Havoc. And Chris Chaney has Omar hoisted up. And what's he going to do here? Omar unloading the elbows on Chris Chaney. Omar, big spine buster to Chris Chaney, sending him to hell. Omar going for the pinfall and getting a 2 count. Chris Chaney just kicking out. And Malcolm King attacking Ray Shields. Malcolm King getting attacked by Omar. Both the two big animals fighting against each other. And now Malcolm King has Omar hoisted up for a big reverse slam. And Omar doing a smart move by rolling out of the ring. And Malcolm King with a big reverse spinning power slam to Ray Shields. And now Chris Chaney has Malcolm King in his sights. Omar attacking Malcolm King. And Ray Shields with a big DDT to Chris Chaney. And Omar getting picked up by Malcolm King, who does a big power bomb to Omar. And Ray Shields doing a big power bomb to Chris Chaney perhaps, but Chris Chaney reversing the attack. Dropping to his feet. Omar with another power bomb getting put on him by Malcolm King, sending Omar out of the ring. And now Chris Chaney getting hoisted up for a big power slam by Malcolm King, who goes for the pinfall victory, and he will surely get this victory here tonight. And Ray Shields is stunned as Chris Chaney has just kicked out without any of his help. And Omar getting to his feet slowly but surely. He's going to look to grab another weapon. And he's got the sledgehammer, ladies and gentlemen. A wise weapon to grab there, as it does not ever break and it does not ever deteriorate. It just straight up beats the shit out of whoever is on the other end of it. And Chris Chaney avoiding the attack with the sledgehammer. Omar hammering away at the back of Chris Chaney. Omar with a big attempt on Malcolm King, but getting punched right back in his place and sat on his ass. And Omar with a leg drop to Ray Shields. He sees Malcolm King in and out the ring. Wise maneuver. And now Malcolm King chopping away at Omar, and a big rock bottom to Omar. And Omar's just laying there flat on his ass. And now Ray Shields sees him there laying there, being a lazy bum as you would call him. And Omar slowly to his feet, but Ray Shields is waiting for him. And Ray Shields is going to go break up the pin. Wise move by Ray Shields. He learned earlier, as Captain Extremo did not see Happy Gilmore pin, and later would see him become the IWA champion as a result of his negligence. Not going to happen here with Ray Shields. He is too smart for that. Just wait till you hear the man do math. Steiner math, that's what we call it. And here's Chris Chaney hoisting up Omar for a big power bomb. And Chris Chaney's going to walk out here. The smallest man's going to beat the big man. And Omar kicking out at the 2 count. I really wanted Chris Chaney to win here. And Omar with a roll up to Chris Chaney. A roll up to Chris Chaney. Ladies and gentlemen, not this way, damn it. And Omar is stunned that Chris Chaney has just kicked out. And Malcolm King stopping Omar from using the sledgehammer. Malcolm King grabbing Chris Chaney, hoisting him over his back. Chris Chaney letting the bows go. And now Omar swinging away, and these two are jumping the shit out of Malcolm King. And a big clothesline to the back of Malcolm King. And Chris Chaney getting clotheslined by Omar. Omar's absolutely on one now. And Omar, another clothesline to Ray Shields, another clothesline to Chris Chaney. He's just clotheslining every man in the ring, goddammit. And Ray Shields with a facebuster to Chris Chaney. And now Ray Shields is the only man standing in active in the ring, as Malcolm King has still not caught his wits. But Malcolm King back in the ring now, fighting against Ray Shields. Malcolm King just dog walking Ray Shields there like a little chihuahua. And what's he gonna do here? Malcolm King getting thrown over the ring by Ray Shields. If this were a Royal Rumble, he would be out of here. And ladies and gentlemen, Omar getting picked up. Omar picking up Ray Shields as he goes for a big Omar bomb. Omar bomb to Ray Shields, and sayonara, Big Daddy pump. You are out of here. And Ray Shields, he's not even gonna go for the pump, Omar. The pin, I should say, excuse me. I'm thinking about the pumps that Big Daddy Pump got in today. And Chris Chaney getting pinned by Omar. Not going to kick out. But he did kick out at the last second, ladies and gentlemen. Malcolm King getting picking up Omar, excuse me. And Malcolm King throwing Omar into the corner. And Chris Chaney grabbing Malcolm King with a German suplex. Ladies and gentlemen, I am losing my mind here. And I'm going dizzy at all this action going on around the ring. And Chris Chaney pinfall to Omar. No, not even a 1 count. You're going to have to try a lot harder than that, Mr. Chaney. And now Chris Chaney with a crossface to Omar, a crossface to Omar. He's going to make him tap. He's going to make him tap. He's going to make Omar tap. Omar reversing the attack, reversing the submission. And Ray Shields grabbing the face of Chris Chaney. Ray Shields getting kicked by Omar, getting punched by Omar. And Omar picking up the sledgehammer and attacking Ray Shields in the back of the knee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I am getting hot and sweaty here at the IWA HQ, as this match has been going on for too long, damn it. Too much action and too much havoc, as Ray Shields punching the face of Omar. Ray Shields attacking Omar some more. Ray Shields grappling against Omar, swinging Omar into the corner of the ring. Ray Shields picking up Omar and throwing him onto the top rope. And Omar just kicking Ray Shields. Chris Chaney, meanwhile, beating the shit out of Malcolm King, making his way to the ring now. Chris Chaney, Ray Shields find themselves standing in the middle of the ring. Just these two men. One of these two men will surely go on to win the match. And Ray Shields is pumped, baby. Ray Shields is getting ready to beat some ass as he's attacking Chris Chaney with the sledgehammer. And Malcolm King looking to attack Omar, perhaps. And Omar has his eyes set on the inside of the ring, where he's looking to get a kendo stick. And he's got the kendo stick, and he just hit Chris Chaney with it, and he just hit Malcolm King with it. And Malcolm King grabbing the kendo stick right out of Omar's hands and swinging at him and hitting him in the gut. And Malcolm King getting punched by Omar, who's unloading on him with everything he's got. Omar picking up Chris Chaney, a big right hand to Chris Chaney's face, and a big spine buster to Chris Chaney. Omar clotheslining Malcolm King out of the ring. eliminating him from the fake Royal Rumble. Malcolm King laying flat on the ground. Ray Shields making his way to the ring. Chris Chaney laying flat on the ground. One of these men are going to lose this match, and one of these men are going to win these match. Excuse me, 3 of these men are going to lose, and 1 will win. And here's Omar getting picked up by Ray Shields, who does a reverse power slam. Spinning power slam, may I add, to Omar. And now, Malcolm King, Chris Chaney fighting ringside. Omar, Ray Shields fighting inside the ring. And Chris Chaney does not realize that Omar has Ray Shields for a big Omar bomb. And now he's going to go for the pinfall victory. He's got a 2 count. And Ray Shields is kicked out of the Omar bomb. Can you believe what you have just seen here tonight? And Omar with a big right hand to Chris Chaney. Is he going to perhaps look to put Chris Chaney out of commission here tonight? Omar getting tossed over the ring by Chris Chaney, the strong son of a bitch. The Rabid Bobcat is hoisted up by Ray Shields, who does a spinning pile driver to the Rabid Bobcat. And ladies and gentlemen, Omar just hammering away at the back of Ray Shields. Omar getting a second wind here as he just kicks Malcolm King, kicks the life right out of him. And now he sees Ray Shields lined up and hanging against the top rope. And now Omar with a big DDT to Ray Shields. Chris Chaney collecting his wits. Omar, the only man standing in the ring. And now he sets his sights on, I don't know who, but Chris Chaney unloading on Omar. Chris Chaney, Omar, Malcolm King, the 3 men standing in the ring. And Ray Shields slowly making his way to his feet. And Omar with a big leg drop to the neck of Malcolm King. Ray Shields picking up the kendo stick briefly momentarily. Ray Shields running at Malcolm King. And now Chris Chaney with a big springboard attack onto Omar, but missing. And Omar grabbing Chris Chaney. And now, what's he going to do here? He's got Chris Chaney up for an Omar bomb on Chris Chaney. Malcolm King does not see the pinfall. And he's got a 2 count. And he's got a 3 count. Omar has won the match. Omar has won the match. Malcolm King did not learn from Captain Extremo earlier. And we have seen a repeat of the same scenario, ladies and gentlemen. Here at Friday Night Havoc, we have just seen Omar come out on top by hitting Chris Chaney with an Omar bomb. Omar bomb, ladies and gentlemen. And that will surely put anybody's lights out, and that will put anybody out of commission. Oh my, what a match we've seen here. Mr. Omar will be fighting the winner between Lalo Salamanca and Duke. Whoever wins that match at Money in the Bank, coming on March 2nd. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, what a match we have seen here tonight. And it's got me hot and riled up. And Omar is victorious tonight, as he is now the #1 contender for the IWA World Heavyweight Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere, because we have the main event of the evening, where Lalo Salamanca, the IWA World Heavyweight Champion, looks to get his revenge against Duke, the man who caught him off guard, making his IWA debut last week on Friday Night Havoc. Duke absolutely has been messing with Lalo Salamanca, leaving the most cryptic messages in Lalo Salamanca's locker room. And now, Lalo Salamanca has had his chance to gain intel on Duke. And here, the IWA World Heavyweight Champion, Lalo Salamanca, makes his way to the ring. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, Lalo Salamanca is a dangerous, dangerous man. Do not let the upsetting performance last week fool you. This man is a dangerous person when he has the chance to gain intel on his opposition. As seen on Better Call Saul, the show he was featured on. This man is dangerous as hell and a truly psychotic person when he has the chance to gain intel on his opposition. This man has had a full week to study Duke, study his habits, study where he goes to the store, what kind of games he is into, what he does on his free time, who he's fucking, everything Lalo Salamanca has figured out about Duke. And surely this week we will have a different kind of match to what we had last week. And look at Lalo Salamanca, confidence oozing as he helps his uncle, beloved uncle, Tio Salamanca, whoop Gus Fring's ass earlier tonight in the first match of the evening. And here is Duke making his way to the ring. And this man terrifies the piss out of me and terrifies the shit out of me, both simultaneously, because look at him, 7 feet tall, red as, oh my god, the fire, the fire. I still am not ready for that fire. I've never seen anything like it in the IWA. Probably because we are located in that high school, Lakeview High School. And we finally moved out, and now we are at the IWA HQ, where we can put pyro in the buildings because we do not have anybody to answer to but the state when they complain. But that is neither here nor there. Duke is making his way to the ring, and I am just trying to distract my mind from the fact that fire is just burning at the command of this man. And this man just terrifies me. Look at him. He is as tall as the top rope when he is standing ringside. And just look at this specimen. Absolutely huge human being right here. Wearing red straps. You may say he looks familiar. I do not know what the hell you're talking about. And here's Duke with a big fire power, whatever the hell, commanding fire at his command. That's what he's doing. That's Duke, and that's IWA Wrestling. Now look at Duke. Scary as hell. Eyes on the prize. And here, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, we have Money in the Bank coming on March 2nd, right before WWE 2K23. And ladies and gentlemen, we start with Duke with a big power slam, a big suplex to Nacho Salamanca. And now Duke throwing Nacho Salamanca, bouncing him off the ropes. Duke with a lariat swing to Nacho Salamanca, throwing him on the canvas. And Duke going for a suplex to Nacho Salamanca. And Duke just whooping some ass some more. And now Duke grabbing Nacho Salamanca, swinging him against the ropes, and a big clothesline from Duke. And ladies and gentlemen, another squash match perhaps. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe the intel did not work, as Lalo is just getting his face pounded by Duke, and now his back kicked in. And Duke already going for a choke slam. Oh my. Oh my. Nacho Salamanca did not plan for this. I can tell you that. I can assure you that. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hot and riled up here tonight as Nacho Salamanca sees Duke at the top rope, and Nacho Salamanca swing, missing and just falling, and it looks like a desperate man swing, but Nacho Salamanca getting a string of combinations, and he's choking Duke. He just choked Duke, and now Nacho Salamanca getting some momentum in his favor as he's kicking Duke in the head. And what's this? Nacho Salamanca punching Duke and talking to him, speaking Spanish to Duke. I do not speak Spanish. I took 4 years of it, and I did not learn anything of it. And here's Duke swinging Nacho Salamanca against the rope, and a big boot attempt, but Nacho Salamanca with a swing clothesline, a cartel clothesline, and Duke with the jumping clothesline from hell, because that's where Duke is, from hell. And Duke with a big bear hug to Nacho Salamanca, but Nacho Salamanca punching the man with everything he's got, and a big face buster by Nacho Salamanca, and Duke is delirious and spinning around the ring. But ladies and gentlemen, Duke with a headbutt to Nacho Salamanca, and he's got that big mask. And now Nacho Salamanca getting bear hugged, and Nacho Salamanca is going to tap because Duke is 375 pounds of man, but Nacho Salamanca throwing bows, and now discombobulating his eardrums, and discombobulating his equilibrium, and another face buster by Nacho Salamanca, and Nacho Salamanca is swinging with everything he's got, and a big swing from Nacho Salamanca, a big clothesline, flipping Duke. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta check my heart rate right now. I gotta check my heart rate indeed. As Nacho Salamanca at the top rope and a big frog splash to Duke. And Nacho Salamanca is waiting for Duke to get up. Big boot. A big boot. And Nacho Salamanca flexing his muscles on Duke, taking his time to taunt and let the IWA fans know who the real Don is in the IWA. And here's Nacho Salamanca grabbing the steel chair. He is not allowed to grab the steel chair. This is a singles match. What's he going to do here? A big boot to the ref. You know what he's going to do. He's going to grab that steel chair and he's going to channel in his inner Eddie Guerrero, his inner Billy Mitchell. He's going to cheat. And ladies and gentlemen, he is going to swing at Duke with the steel chair. And another swing at Duke with the steel chair, but the referee did not see it. And Duke with a choke slam. He's going to choke slam Nacho Salamanca to hell for that one. And Duke with a big choke slam to Nacho Salamanca. And ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Salamanca getting pinned by Duke. But Duke, stunned to see Nacho kick out, and Duke getting big booted by Nacho Salamanca, who makes his way to the top rope. Nacho Salamanca with another frog splash onto Duke. Ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Salamanca whooping Duke's ass. I never thought I'd see the day. And Nacho Salamanca grabbing Duke's legs. What's he gonna do here? Alabama slam perhaps from the top rope. And ladies and gentlemen, Nacho Salamanca just waiting in the corner of the ring, just toying with Duke now. He has perhaps gotten some great intel, and I wonder what he found out here is a big boot from Nacho Salamanca. The IWA fans are going absolutely insane over here. Duke with a rope break. Oh my, Lalo Salamanca's got to be pissed, but he goes for the pinfall now, and Duke getting up to his feet, and a facebuster, and Duke, delirious, falling to his feet. Falling to the ground. Excuse me. Lalo Salamanca is just taunting the IWA fans, looking around, walking around his ring. He owns the IWA World Heavyweight Champion, and no man is set to dethrone him, he said. And here, a big boot, a medium boot actually, a medium-sized boot to Duke. And Duke's gonna kick out of that because it wasn't the big boot, it was a medium boot. It was a size 7, alright? And Duke getting pinned by Lalo Salamanca, but kicking out at 1. And Lalo Salamanca's pissed. What's this? And Lalo Salamanca going for another pinfall on Duke. What the hell is he doing here? Ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely dying of laughter here as Lalo Salamanca just got pissed and did the classic wrestling maneuver of going for another pin right after he failed the first pin. I always wonder why they do that, and I'm going to keep wondering. And Duke, big boot attempt failing on Lalo Salamanca, and Lalo Salamanca has Duke up for a big a Sinaloa suplex, and Duke with a big boot on Lalo Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, back and forth action. Lalo Salamanca running around Duke, and a big cartel clothesline from Lalo Salamanca as he beats on his chest like he's King Kong in this bitch. Oh my face is red, ladies and gentlemen. And Duke getting kicked by Lalo Salamanca. Lalo Salamanca wailing on Duke with the right hands. Duke with the hip toss to Lalo Salamanca. Lalo Salamanca rolling out the ring. And Duke just taunting the man. And Lalo Salamanca facing off against Duke, getting right in his face. Oh my. And Duke throwing Lalo Salamanca face first onto the top rope. And the referee and the IWA fans do not realize what they're seeing here, but they are seeing an ass whooping on both ends. As Duke throwing the wrist of Lalo Salamanca into the canvas. And Duke dropping the elbow but missing. Lalo Salamanca up on his feet, missing his double axial fist. Lalo Salamanca successful with the right hand this time. Duke, what is this? What is this? Oh my! Duke has just shut off the lights on Lalo Salamanca. Duke has just shut off the lights on Lalo Salamanca. A move I thought Lalo Salamanca was the only one who knew how to do with the help of the cartel. But Duke has supernatural powers. And he has just shut off the lights in the building. And Duke is pressing him. He's pressing him. Oh my! Duke dropping the elbow on Lalo Salamanca. And what's he gonna do here? Dropping the leg on Lalo Salamanca, who has just been caught off guard by Duke shutting off the lights in the building. And Duke gonna tombstone Lalo Salamanca and look to put an end to this match. Successful tombstone, but Duke, he's exhausted himself. He's just fallen back first onto the canvas. And Duke up to his feet, dragging Lalo Salamanca to avoid the rope break. But Duke perhaps has taken too long. Lalo Salamanca may kick out here. And Duke, oh my! Lalo Salamanca just kicked out at a no count. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a different Lalo Salamanca as he hits the medium boot once again. And Duke slowly trying to get out of the ring. Lalo Salamanca, absolutely insane fight display here. And Lalo Salamanca picking Duke up and dropping him onto the side of the ring, the hardest part of the ring, god damn it. And Lalo Salamanca doing it for the pride of the cartel. Throwing Duke into the ring. He got embarrassed last week, but he's looking to embarrass Duke this week. Lalo Salamanca, the only man standing in the ring. And now, he just gave Duke the thumbs down, but Duke with a big clothesline to Lalo Salamanca. And Lalo Salamanca throwing right hands at Duke and eliminating him from the fake Royal Rumble. Ho ho ho! And Lalo Salamanca just walking around the ring as if he's Jaws himself. Look at Lalo Salamanca, a terrifying man, fighting another terrifying man in Duke. But Duke is finding out that Lalo Salamanca is more dangerous than he thought perhaps. Leaving cryptic messages was not the best idea as Lalo Salamanca took that personally. And Lalo Salamanca has Duke up for a Salamanca suplex! A Salamanca suplex! And Lalo Salamanca has just Salamanca suplex Duke to hell. And Duke with a big boot to Lalo Salamanca. Both these men back and forth action here. And Duke with another big boot attempt, but this time missing. Lalo Salamanca getting punched. And Duke throwing the face of Lalo Salamanca into the canvas. And now Duke wailing on Lalo Salamanca with his fist. And now Lalo Salamanca has been busted wide open. This man is bleeding. This man is bleeding. And Duke at the top rope, a sight to behold, a scary sight in fact. And Duke getting an elbow drop on Lalo Salamanca, and this match is going to be over, ladies and gentlemen. Duke with the elbow drop on Lalo Salamanca. He just kicked out. He just kicked out. Oh my. I can't wait for this match to end because my heart rate is going through the roof. And Duke hoisting Lalo Salamanca up for 10 feet in the air and a big last ride. But he's not even going to go for the pin. What a psycho, what a sicko, and what a savage. And Duke getting punched by Lalo Salamanca. Ladies and gentlemen, something has got to give here tonight. Duke and Lalo Salamanca going bar for bar, word for word, and Lalo Salamanca with a big boot right to Duke's face. And what's Lalo Salamanca got planned here? Another rope break by Duke. Lalo Salamanca needs to watch out for the rope break, as that has been his ultimate downfall tonight. And Lalo Salamanca getting thrown, bouncing off the ropes by Duke, and Duke with a big boot to Lalo Salamanca. And Duke unloading on Lalo Salamanca with a fist. Duke uppercuts some more uppercuts to Lalo Salamanca, beating the shit out of Lalo Salamanca, big right hand, and Lalo Salamanca is leaned up against the corner of the ring, and Duke just driving that size 55 boot. I don't even know what size it is, size 20 at least. And Lalo Salamanca kicking with everything he's got. Lalo Salamanca, big boot to Duke, big boot to Duke. Lalo Salamanca was what's got to be the fourth big boot of the match, but Duke may in fact get another rope break here. Duke's hands not down, Duke's hands down. Duke kicked out of the boot, big boot, the big boot. He's just kicked out of the big boot. And my, oh my, ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca is more shocked than anybody here, as Duke has managed to kick out of every single thing Lalo Salamanca has thrown his way. And Lalo Salamanca is shocked to see Duke just tower over the third rope, the top rope, and Lalo Salamanca grabbing Duke, a spinning clothesline. And ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca perhaps has one more in him, one more to try to pin Duke. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it's going to be a success, as Duke is an absolute sicko and an absolute savage. A big choke slam from Lalo Salamanca to Duke. He's just choke slammed Duke. And Lalo Salamanca's won. Can you believe it? He's just beating Duke in front of all these people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Marty Feldspar, and I am shocked to see Lalo Salamanca has just beaten Duke as he looks at him one last time. And what's this? What's Lalo Salamanca doing here? He's just beating the shit out of Duke. Ladies and gentlemen, Lalo Salamanca's wailing on Duke. I am Marty Feldspar. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have yourselves a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching.